Hey Global 2! Today we're going to learn about Lebanon and a little bit of its history and where it is today. So as with every lesson, we'll start with a bell work question. Today's question is based off of the previous lesson, and it is, explain how Israel was formed. In today's lesson, we're going to analyze the civil war in Lebanon. We're going to look at why certain radical groups can cause strife in countries, and we'll be focusing on HEZBOLLAH. So before we look into the history of Lebanon, let's look at a map of the Middle Eastern region. The previous lesson we looked at Israel, and you can see it in red on this map. Lebanon, the country we're focusing on today, is located north of Israel in green here. You can see it also borders on the Mediterranean Sea. So, what happened in Lebanon? Lebanon gained independence from France after World War II. It was a thriving commercial center in which Muslims and Christians peacefully coexisted. In 1967, Palestinian refugees from Israel moved into Lebanon, and in 1975, civil war broke out between the two groups. During the civil war, we've had two outside forces influence the war, both Israeli and Syrian forces. After approximately 15 years, the region started to return to normal. In 1990, order started to return. In the year 2000, Israel formally withdrew from the country. And in 2005, Syria formally withdrew. In May 2005, Lebanon held its first legislative elections. So, HEZBOLLAH, who are they? They are a radical Shia group that carries out several terrorist attacks in Lebanon and Syria. In 2006, HEZBOLLAH captured 2 Israeli soldiers, which led to a 34-day-long conflict with Israel. Your assignment is to think about why radical groups like HEZBOLLAH instigate and create terrorist attacks on people in order to create change. Why do people accept these groups? And what is the goal of these groups? What are they usually trying to change?